Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. So the Royal Rumble's coming up on Saturday. It's my favorite WWE pay-per-view of any given year, and so it should be a lot of fun. If you want to watch it with me, you can, not here in this room, but over at twitch.tv/Steven Larson. We're going to be watching it. The Going In Raw gang, me, Larson the Enforcer. We're going to be watching the Rumble. Should be a lot of fun. Might do some giveaways. It might not. I don't know what we're going to do over there. We haven't really even talked about it. We just know that we're going to be watching it. So be sure to check that out. Should be a lot of fun. In the meantime, I figured, hey, this is WrestleJuice. I got my predictions going on over there at Going In Raw, and I'm sure I'll talk about that in some sort of video we're going to do, or just on the broadcast itself, because things can be kind of fluid over there with Big Red on the line, the Big Predictions title. But over here at WrestleJuice, if this is the only thing you watch, then I'm just going to give you my predictions for the Royal Rumble now. These are subject to change depending on the events of the next couple days, because things are crazy. There's rumors out there that Ronda Rousey is going to be making her return at the Royal Rumble. That throws a lot of stuff up in the air. You've got the whole like Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. One guy's got one big title. One guy's got the other big title. They're going to fight at WrestleMania, right? How's that going to play out? I'm going to talk about all that. So we're going to start off big time. First up, well, how about we do this first? The two matches that are absolute locks on the card, Edge and BETH versus Maurice and The Miz. That is an obvious Edge and BETH win right there. Maurice cracked BETH's head open with a brick. Obviously, Edge and BETH are going to win that match. The Grit couple goes over there. Next up, Becky Lynch versus Doudrop for the Raw Women's title. I think this is going to be a really stellar match. I think Doudrop has been around for a long time over there in the UK scene and the European scene. And so she's ready for this big match with Becky Lynch. This is going to be a killer match. Becky, of course, wins it, though. She's probably going to cheat to do it. I think it's going to be a stellar match. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. I'm less confident about this because I'm still going with Brock Lesnar. I think Brock's going to win this. But the build of this has been really one-sided in terms of Brock Lesnar always getting the best of over Bobby Lashley. Keeps on referring to him as Bobby who, and really minimizing what Bobby Lashley brings to the table. So part of me makes me think that they want to do Roman Brock at Mania. They might only want to do it for the one title. So they're going to have Brock lose this in some wonky, cheaty fashion. And then he enters himself into the Rumble and wins the Rumble and takes on Roman at WrestleMania. That's a distinct possibility. That's why I'm not putting a whole lot of confidence on this particular match. I do think, like, if I was a betting man, it'd be like channel points, it'd be Brock Lesnar. So that's my pick, Brock Lesnar. Wouldn't shock me to see this go the other way. Next up, Roman Reigns versus Seth freaking Rollins. I got Roman in this. I feel like Roman's the one guy out of the two big champions who he's going to keep his title. I know the original plan was for Seth Rollins to win the WWE title, but that's not the same thing. I think Roman keeps his title, and that's who that's the title Brock Lesnar challenges for at WrestleMania. Moving on to the Women's Royal Rumble match. I've got all the little categories here. So let's work this one out. Before the rumors of Ronda Rousey being approached to come back at the Royal Rumble, I figured it would be, the match would be at WrestleMania, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Bianca wins the Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania. They've been telling a story in this build, in Becky Lynch's title run ever since she beat Bianca at SummerSlam in 26 seconds. They've been telling the story that Becky Lynch is ducking Bianca Belair. She had a couple of sneaky, cheaty victories over Bianca Belair, and Bianca's like, all right, I got to be smarter than that, but I'll go ahead and wait my turn. So Liv Morgan could get her shot, and then now Doudrop has her shot. And so I feel like the story they've been telling was leading to Bianca versus Becky at WrestleMania. However, WWE is all about the big moment. They're all about the big box office attraction. And as much as I think that Bianca versus Becky could be another big moment, I feel like the WWE would think that Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch would be the biggest moment possibly for that night one main event. Bigger even than Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte, because they could go that way. In any event, I have a hard time believing that if Ronda Rousey's in the Royal Rumble, she is going to lose it. I don't think that would happen. My winner at this point is Ronda Rousey. If she decides not to show up, if she doesn't show up in the WWE, then it's going to be Bianca Belair as your winner. I think the last four, it's going to come down to Ronda Rousey, Bianca Belair, Lita, and Charlotte. And the Lita-Charlotte thing might motivate a WrestleMania match for those two. And then I don't know what Bianca Belair would do. I feel like if Ronda Rousey is going to take on Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, then Bianca Belair's got to take on Charlotte at WrestleMania. I just don't know how to get there. I don't know how to do that because they're on different brands. And I feel like Lita versus Charlotte, since Lita's ready to come back and take some bumps, that's going to be a WrestleMania match. I think that's going to be the thing. So maybe Lita will eliminate Charlotte. Charlotte will call out Lita on SmackDown, and then they'll set that up for WrestleMania, which I don't know where that leaves Bianca Belair. Maybe they do it as a triple threat, Belair versus Rousey versus Lynch, but I feel like they want that one-on-one with Rousey and Lynch that goes back like 3 years. I don't know. Surprise entrance in the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm going to say Ronda Rousey is going to be one of them. And another surprise is going to be all of NXT 1.0. We're talking Io Shirai. We're talking Raquel Gonzalez. We're talking maybe Dakota Kai. There are still plenty of spots left. They can fill out the Women's Rumble with NXT 1.0 call-ups. They need to do that. Most eliminations and the Iron Woman are both going to go to Bianca Belair. She's going to have a terrific showing. And if Ronda's there, she'll do everything but win it. If Ronda is not there, she will win it. Let's move on to the Men's Royal Rumble match. There's been 22 announced participants as of today, Wednesday, January 26th. There's been 22 participants. I feel like there's a lot of room for surprises. Two of the surprise entrants, I feel like I figured out. Kane, because he's there, all of them. And Braun Strowman. I think Braun is coming back to the company. I think he's going to show up at the Royal Rumble. I don't know why I think that. He hasn't signed a deal with anybody else. And I think he's just sort of been waiting around for the WWE to give him a call. He's in terrific shape. I think he's going to be at the Royal Rumble. And I also think that he is going to have the most eliminations. No, I don't. I actually wrote down a different name. I've got Big E as having most eliminations. Or it's going to be Braun Strowman, one of those two. I think they're going to give Big E something in this Rumble. He is one of the favorites to win it right now, by the way. I think he's tied with Brock in the betting odds to win this thing. The Iron Man is going to be AJ Styles, and he's also going to be one of my final four. It's going to be Brock, it's going to be Big E, it's going to be Austin Theory, and it's going to be AJ Styles. I feel like that's going to be the last four, and I feel like Brock Lesnar is going to win this thing. That's what I think. I think that's going to happen. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, because otherwise nothing makes sense. But I don't know. They're going to throw something at us. So, yeah. Oh, also this last little bit here. Surprisingly not in the Royal Rumble this year. Pete Dunne and Tommaso Ciampa. I get the sense, given that they're both back, they showed up on NXT 2.0 last night, that they showed up on main roster for those main event matches on the show main event. And apparently Vince was like, no, you guys can go back to NXT. I'm good. I think they're just going to be back in NXT 2.0. So I don't think they're going to be there at the Rumble. I hope I'm wrong about that. I hope the Royal Rumble is their main roster debut for both Ciampa and Dunne, because they both deserve to be on main roster. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I want everybody to drop your predictions. Give me Edge, Beth, Maurice, Miz, Becky Lynch versus Doudrop, Brock versus Lashley, Roman versus Seth, the Women's Rumble, and the Men's Rumble. Give me your last four for each of those matches. Give me most eliminations and give me Iron Man and give me Iron Woman. And if I look in the comments afterwards and there are any unedited comments after the fact, like heading into the Rumble, I'll check to see, and maybe I'll send out a prize if somebody gets all this stuff right. If I can figure out how to do that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Check out one of these videos over here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Once again, twitch.tv/Steven Larson. Go over there, follow over there. It's a lot of fun whenever we do live watch alongs. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Check out this other video and I'll see you over there.